let's say you really like Mega Man, but you're like, nah, looking at one screen is for pussies. And I am not a pussy. Also, it needs more time travel. Well, great Scott! You excessively masculine maniac of multi-dimensional multitasking. Do I have a game for you? By the way, don't talk shit on Mega Man. If you followed the Wii closely, you might be familiar with Chronos Twins, a game released to WiiWare back in 2010. And just a week later, it came to DSiWare. This is that one. This is Chronos Twins for the Nintendo DSi. And if you liked it on Wii, it's even better on the go. Chronos Twins is interesting in that it's an incredibly interesting game, despite core mechanics that aren't all that interesting. Basically a 2D action platformer, similar to Mega Man and all the classics so many of us grew up with. Jump, shoot, platform. In terms of what you're doing, this is all stuff you've done before, but chances are, you've never done it quite like this. You see, in Chronos Twins, you're not just controlling one character, and really you're not just playing one game, you're playing two games, and controlling two characters, who are actually the same character. Jeez, this is heavy. So the story isn't terribly interesting, but the basic idea is that you're playing as a guy who exists in two different time periods simultaneously. So as you walk, you're walking in the present and the past, which is like, the space-time continuum basically just threw up all over itself. The entire game revolves around that single concept, and it presents really unique gameplay opportunities, because you're essentially playing two games at once. You constantly have to watch both screens, so even something as simple as shooting a couple enemies can be a real challenge in Chronos Twins. But where the game really makes its mark is its puzzles. Unlike the classic games it's inspired by, Chronos Twins is more of an action puzzler. Eventually you can actually freeze time in one period, so you can move in the other, and change things in both periods, which then lets the frozen guy cross a gap. It's like 12-dimensional thinking or something. I don't know, I lost count. But you know, the game's clever even when you're not solving cross-dimensional time puzzles. Even basic platforming is unique in Chronos Twins, because the platforms exist between the two times as well. So yeah, if it looks like there's nowhere to go in the present, check out the past. There might actually be a platform there, which then supports both characters. I mean, it really is a platformer unlike any other. You can get Chronos Twins on both DSiWare and WiiWare, but again, I prefer the handheld version. Obviously, a system with two screens is just a natural fit for a game like this, but also, the game looks better on DSiWare. On WiiWare, there's a lot of 3D work. Not only are the 2D sprites better looking, they're also a better fit for the gameplay. Now it's true that part of this game's challenge is in the inherent difficulty of looking at two things at once. And maybe that's more of an inconvenience than a clever gameplay mechanic. But either way, it's an absolute blast in practice. Chronos Twins takes the games you loved as a kid, smartens them up a bit, and splits them in two. If you're looking for something new, look to the old. Just make sure you look at them both.